Recognizes the ranking member of the full committee, Representative Pallone, for 5 minutes of questioning.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Secretary Kennedy, quite frankly, I think you're trying to defend the indefensible. There's no way that this budget or the actions you have taken thus far as Secretary are going to make this country healthier. And you keep talking about waste at the agency, but I mentioned in my opening there are 340 top scientists who signed a letter to the NIH director detailing unprecedented waste, abuse, and illegality at NIH under the Trump administration. And you know, the thing that really disturbs me the most is this anti-science agenda. That I think it's clear to me that the vast majority of scientists and medical professionals, you know, think your views on vaccines are dangerous, are not supported by scientific evidence. I'd like to ask the chairman, I'd like to ask unanimous consent to enter into the record a letter from 63 medical and public health groups and a letter from the American Academy of Family Physicians, American Academy of Pediatrics, American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, and the American College of Physicians, all raising grave concerns, Mr. Chairman, about the Secretary's actions to undermine vaccines.
Can you tell me the date of that letter, Congressman?
No, I'm not asking a question. I have something to ask.
Okay, because I think that letter was sent
I'm just asking
about a week after I got in
Mr.
here.
Chairman, I haven't gotten my questions. I'm just asking unanimous consent to enter these into the record.
Without objection.
Thank you. The Secretary, Mr. Secretary, the science is not on your side. I just really think that people are going to die as a result of your actions and congressional Republicans' actions. But you keep mentioning transparency during your testimony. You said it over and over again. But you promote, I consider, unfounded and unscientific therapies and conspiracy theories without data or evidence. And all of this has been done behind closed doors without any public engagement, despite your pledge to lead with, I think you called it, radical transparency. So let me ask you about, yes or no, though, about this radical transparency that you say you espouse. Do you believe that keeping Congress informed of your decisions and promptly answering inquiries from members of Congress fits within your promise for radical transparency? Just yes or yes?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, since you became Secretary, I have sent you 10 letters on a variety of topics, including the devastating workforce and program cuts at HHS. You've answered none, and your staff have given no indication that you intend to answer, despite being asked repeatedly. And this, in my opinion, is the opposite of radical transparency. I call it radical obstruction of congressional oversight. So again, yes or no, do you commit to providing a written, substantive response to all questions posed in each of these letters no later than August 1st? And if not, give me a date.
We've gotten an unprecedented number of letters from Congress, literally thousands upon thousands.
Okay, but I'm only asking for a date. Can you
and
answer
we are
by
answering
August
them
1st?
as fast as we can, and all those letters will be answered.
I haven't gotten a single answer to any of them, Mr. Secretary.
Well, there, like I said, we have gotten thousands
All right, I'm
and
just
thousands
asking
of
you,
letters from Congress.
you said that you want to be transparent. You've said that Congress in responding to us is important. So can you give me a date? If not, I'm going to assume I'm never going to hear back. I said August 1st. August 15th? Tell me.
I'm not going to tell you a date.
Well, then I don't think I'm ever going to get a response, and I think your suggestion that somehow you're being transparent is simply not true. Now, one last question. You have made a number of major decisions about vaccines, and again, there's been no public comment process or public accountability on that either. What are you afraid of? I mean, with regard to vaccines, are you just afraid of receiving public comments on proposals? Or you just think these are fringe views that are contrary to the views of most scientists, and that the public comments will reflect this? You say you want transparency, but there's been no public process for any of this.
We have a public process for regulating vaccines. It's called the ACIP committee, and it's a public meeting. There will be public comment at that meeting.
You fired the ACIP.
I fired people who had conflicts with the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, I mean, that's...
That industry, that... committee has been a template for medical malpractice for 30 years.
I can't, the bottom line is here, we have no transparency, we have no response, you feel no responsibility to Congress whatsoever, and you just continue this ideology that's anti-science, anti-vaccine. That's all I see. I see nothing else, and I don't think I'm ever going to get a response, and so I'm going to have
Will
to
the
ask.
gentleman yield?
My time is
Well,
up.
this is, Mr. Chairman, this is the Committee of
Chairman,
Jurisdiction.
Gentlemen,
like to
the
answer that
gentleman has
question.
yielded. The chair now recognizes the vice chair of the Committee of